This is VCR with Coco Event Group.
This is Johnny J Visuals, photographer and videographer.
Where are you based out of?
I'm based out of Denver, Aurora area.
Nice. How did you discover the passion for photography? When did that develop?
Well, the passion for photography developed basically, I'm an artist, or I was an artist. I did music. So I kind of picked up a camera by myself to try to learn how to do it because I didn't want to pay people at the time for like music videos or photography. So I picked up a camera. It was the first camera that I got from my uncle. He got it from a pawn shop around Christmas time. I got it for like $500 or $400 or something like that. He gave it to me, and it was a Nikon D3200, very standard. But I basically wanted to learn how to teach myself how to do it, and I just started getting really good at it, and I started falling in love with it. So I stopped doing music, and then I started chasing my passion full time.
Nice. Does your love for music or like other passions in art translate to photography?
Yeah, definitely. Well, like I feel like I can connect more with artists because I do video, but it's mainly like music videos. But I feel like I can connect more to artists that's starting out or need help because I was in those shoes before.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's easier to be there and, get an understanding for what they want, or, for budgets and stuff. I consider myself very budget friendly when I started out. So I think that was pretty cool that I can relate, and I've seen both ends of the spectrum for sure.
Interesting. Who do you look up to, or who are some photographers or videographers that inspire you to create?
Okay, there's a guy in Atlanta. His name's like Jordan Visions, or Jordan something like that. Jordan Visions. He's a really good like photographer. He captures like the essence of like dark-skinned people, and I think it's pretty cool. It's very like nostalgic, and I think he's like definitely a motivation. YC Imaging, he's a video creator. I watched a lot of his videos when I was coming up, and like teaching me things about the music video industry and stuff like that. So I think that was pretty cool. Creative Ryan as well. He was another one that was a video guy that I watched a lot of their like tips and tricks and stuff like that to learn how to like do it. So I thought that was pretty cool for sure. Those are my biggest like couple that I have.
Nice. And it's always nice when other videographers and photographers give out those tips so generously, because it can be hard to approach photography when your community is not like really wanting to help you.
Yep.
So it's cool that there's creators out there that put those out there.
Oh no, definitely, for sure. I agree. I'm to the point too where it's like I've taught myself everything, and I'm not one of those like stingy gatekeeping kind of guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to teach other people that want to, that are passionate about it, because there's like enough room for everybody, and everybody's eyes different. So I think that's a pretty good thing.
What would you say would be the most beneficial factor of being a self-taught photographer opposed to being a trained, educated photographer?
Well, definitely, I think one of the biggest pros is the pace of learning. It's like obviously some people learn quicker and some people learn, slower, which is not a problem. Everybody learns at their own pace, but I learn faster. So like I feel like school, in different semesters and stuff like that, they'll teach you one thing, and it's like you might be faster in learning. So everybody's pace and the way that they learn is not one way. So I feel like that's why school is like okay, but it's like I could be a super fast learner and get it done in a semester. This person might take 2 years. So it's like,
definitely.
I feel like that's the biggest thing for sure.
That's well put, for sure. What doors do you see opening in 2025? What are your aspirations for the new year?
For the new year, well, I've done lots of music videos, so I'm kind of like moving away from it. I've been doing it for 10 years now. I kind of want to get into the small business side of things. I kind of want to do more weddings, and kind of want to do more family and more like intimate things, you know what I mean? Like that's like for family and like weddings and small commercials and business ads and real estate. Like I want to just expand my horizons, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's the biggest thing for 2025. Definitely get into more creative meetups with other, that's why I like the Coco group. So get into the scenes more with different people and stuff like that. I feel like is my biggest thing is I kind of just want to be around creatives.
Definitely, definitely. Um, this can kind of branch off of that. How do you view the Denver creative scene or the Colorado creative scene in general?
That's interesting. It's definitely a mixed bag of things. You know, there's different people. Like, there's creatives that are like, they want to help and they want to be around people or they want to, be in a connection or something. And then there's other that just stay to themselves. You know, they like themselves and their privacy, and everybody moves at their own rate. I definitely like where it's going. I feel like it's a mixed bag of things. You got to just put yourself out there to see where you can go or where you can fit in, because there's definitely room and there's definitely nice people out here. And living in Colorado, there's definitely nice people to work with. And I'm always looking for new people to work with because, like I said, I'm running out of people because I've been doing it so long. So yeah.
Yeah, I've been in it around the same amount of time. I've seen so many different cycles of the creative scene, and from my perspective, it's been a little cliquey in the past. But now I'm just finding a good, solid group of people that are all very resourceful and insightful.
Yeah, exactly.
So to branch off of that, how do you think we could all collectively improve the Colorado creative scene?
Just be kind to each other, for sure. I feel like Colorado's one of those places where it's like crabs in a bucket kind of thing. Everybody wants to be like this or the top. I just feel like, being a creative is cool when it's by yourself, but when it's a team or when you can collab with people, it's like it helps you learn different things that you might have not known by yourself, or it helps you see things from a different perspective. So I feel like it's really important to just be kind to everybody, no matter what they do or what they want to shoot or who they want to be around, stuff like that. And I feel like that can help a lot. And I just feel like, I feel like it's the biggest thing.
For sure. So more deeper question. Speaking to your child self, what's one thing you would say to him?
Speaking to my child self, I like that question. I would say, honestly, just keep going. I know it's so cliche, but just keep going, because honestly, life is like a roller coaster. You're gonna have lots of ups and downs, for sure. It's gonna be times where you're gonna have some of the funnest moments of your life, or there's gonna be times where it's gonna be some of the saddest moments of your life. I feel like no matter what, you gotta keep pushing and remember that life is precious, and that everything is a great thing, like being able to wake up and breathe and smell and see sights and things. And it's like, definitely don't take it for granted and just enjoying it and bask in it, because it's like here today, gone tomorrow. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things I would tell myself, is just always keep pushing no matter what.
What are your core values, and how does that translate into your photography and videography?
Core values is just always loyalty, remain loyal, strength, kindness, and how those all relate is because, like I said, I didn't come into this game trying to make the most money or trying to do things. I came in and just show my eye and how I see things. Kindness, like there's sometimes I'll do shoots, out of the kindness of my heart, if I feel like it's something that I can benefit off in you. And sometimes I just like to see people happy. So definitely one of those kind, outgoing kind of people. And I feel like it relates to my photography because, like I said, it's everybody's story and everybody has their own eye. So I think that's amazing.
Definitely. I can see your genuine passion for photography and videography. And I feel like as long as you have that love for what you do, there's really no way you could go wrong.
Yep.
What is the biggest struggle that you've come across in your pursuit of photography and your craft?
I feel like the biggest struggle for me is just trying to find my style or my niche, or how can I stand out from everybody else, because everybody has their own story and everybody has their own way. And I feel like we get lost in learning things and trying to replicate different styles and stuff, but just trying to find out who I am and what's my vision in the scene, not trying to implement anybody's style. Obviously learn and take little pieces, but I feel like that's probably the biggest thing for me, is just trying to find my identity.
Yeah. And and that takes some time for sure. I mean, I still don't know like exactly what mine is, but I don't like to stay in a box, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like that's what you're trying to do is like branch out of the music video box and kind of explore different avenues.
Definitely, because I love cinematics and cinematography, and even if it's just going to the fair with my camera or just creating cool stuff, like I think it's just beautiful to see stuff like that in high definition 4K.
Yeah. Do you have any interest in doing like short films or anything like that?
So I do want to eventually get into short films for sure. I think I want to get into short films and do some cool stuff. Who knows? I might create some of the coolest short films. You know, I've never done it, but I definitely like have an interest for it for sure.
Yeah. I get inspired by like have you seen Moonlight?
Moonlight.
By A24 Studios.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
All of their movies are like really good. Like The Florida Project, Moonlight. Trying to think of another one. Waves.
Okay.
Those are my recommendations, but they're really really good.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check them out for sure. I'm always looking for new people to watch too, so there you go.
Their color grading is like incredible.
Yeah, the color grading, I love color grading. That was one of the biggest things that I got into this to do was like learning how to color grade correctly and make colors pop, you know?
Yeah, no, I have such a deep appreciation because it's hard.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely hard. Definitely. You got to get some good like LUTs if you're going to go that way, and good like standard Rec 709, just learning. It's a big process. I still haven't done it all the way, but I've got it to the point I can make my stuff look very great, so.
Sweet. Well, thank you for being on our podcast. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come do this.
Thank you so much for having me. Like I said, I enjoyed it, and I think what you're doing is pretty cool, so keep going for sure.
Thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye.